Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. I'm here to do a collective read for you. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's raining here. It's been raining. I just came in from a walk. I was out there walking in the rain in my umbrella. It's kind of dreary, but it's a good day just the same. Thank you for being here. I truly am grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. There is a quick message from the Divine. He said that for those who are not aware of his works, they will be soon. They have a decision to make. And the way he said it, he sounded kind of stern. And I asked him if I displeased him, if he was unhappy. And he said, no, I just don't stutter, which I bursted out laughing. He's very direct, by the way. We shall know him through his works. So he's working hard. I love him. Anyhow, let's see what Spirit wants to talk about at this hour, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. Okay, that came out in the upright. Flip right over. So heartache and loss. Somebody wanted you to be broken up over something. They were devaluing you or trying to take, I don't know, make you suffer. That's what I'm picking up. This could be a doppelganger. Somebody wanted just very toxic and karmic, or they're trying to pass you off as toxic and karmic, abusive, whatever, jealous, lazy, greedy, selfish. It's not working. That's the overarching energy, bottom of the deck. Yeah, you have too much spiritual strength and might behind you. People are finding out. If they didn't know his works before, they will now, right? 9, this is the Hermit. And you're all by yourself. It could have been a whole bunch of people coming after you. You have a lot of strength, okay? Congratulations. You've done that soul work. Maybe you work on your own. Maybe you'd rather be on your own than be around people that you cannot trust. Oh, that's the underlying energy. Could be an investigation as well. Yeah, this is not triumphant for somebody. They just didn't want you to win. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you to be stable. They didn't want you whatever. It could be a doppelganger wanting you to be you. That's the funny part. 7 in reverse. Something's not going anywhere. They can't overcome something. Or they thought you couldn't overcome. Something's just, I don't know. I just heard somebody fell on their ass. They don't want to take accountability. Out of control. Could have lost a car accident, or somebody cannot move forward. They didn't want you moving forward. It's a Chariot in reverse. Yeah, they wanted you trapped in fear. They wanted you stuck. They wanted you humbled. I'm going to humble them. Who are you? God? I don't think so. Yeah, you're not afraid. There's no fear in you because you know who the hell's backing you up. Oh, well. This is somebody that's lost control of the situation. They cannot control it. They don't want to take accountability. Somebody's ran right off the rails here. Crazy train. Wow. What you put out, you get back. 8. You put it on its side, it's the infinity symbol, right? You get what you give in life. Remember that. They could be scared right now. You're not emotionally broken up over this. They could have committed a crime against you. They were trying to hold you hostage with your emotions, possibly. This could be a warlock. Somebody you divorced or separated from, and or something to do with corruption, crooked judge or leader, or somebody has no faith, okay? Or they hail the old stinky one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sacral chakra, they're trying to dip into your creativity, maybe using lust spells against you. Something was done in secret. You could be a high priest or priestess in the light, okay? Very highly intuitive and very wise, and you do have a direct connection with source. That is, your sacral is the source of where you create from, right? And life is creation. You create children, you create a life, you create stability, you know, congratulations, but you don't say much, but you observe. There's a lot of secrecy here. They don't want you talking, I just heard. Somebody could have been trying to steal your creativity. Wow. Again, secretly. Causing you mental conflict, or they said you were mentally conflicted. Somebody could have, I don't know, a double personality or split personality or something. They could have said you were crazy too. This is all done in secret, right? 22, you're on path though. They wanted your path. They wanted your destiny. It's that story again. Come on. Anyways, they don't want you talking, but you're too wise for them. You see it for what it is. They're not coming into their wishes, okay? Fulfillment of wishes is not null and void. They didn't want you being happy. They didn't want you being fulfilled or happy or attaining anything, succeeding. They were hiding and cloaking you, or trying to hide and cloak you, or trying to hide the fact that they were stealing from you. You were a treasure trove to this person or people. Something to do with the past, or it's happening now. You're getting your flowers. Maybe you never got your flowers. People always took credit for what you've said or done, or you know what I mean? Trying to act like you, be you. It could be family. It could be anybody you were associated with in the past. Someone may be sending you some spell work, trying to butter you up, sending you some, wanting you to go down memory lane with them or something. It could be family, like I said. You're innocent. People see you as innocence. They could be lighting candles against you. Yeah, they made the wrong move, wrong choices, and wrong decisions, too. The secrets are coming out. They could have been doing spell work, like I said. They were definitely talking shit about you. Somebody's talking too much right now. I'm picking up a whistleblower as well, somewhere in this equation. Has something to do with family, money, their looks. They wanted to seem like they were smarter than you. So whatever you created, your ideas, your movements, your actions, they wanted to duplicate that and claim it as their own. It could be a dark high priest or priestess, okay? Your heart chakra is wide open, or they're pretending theirs is. They wanted power and control over you. You could be a divine masculine energy, or this is a battle for divine masculine. Maybe you are divine feminine or masculine, and somebody's trying to impersonate that so they can wind up with a divine being. It's not going to work, okay? Who do you think you're fooling? Keep your heart chakra open. You come from a place of love. Yeah, you're attracting your spiritual union, and they don't want this. Oh, well. And you have firm foundations. That's what they wanted to attract. A soulmate, maybe your soulmate. They wanted your firm foundations. They wanted this marriage. This could be the Four of Wands, right? They wanted a higher level soulmate or a twin. But they're facing mountains here. Yep, financial and material changes in reverse. Wow. Could be warlock. Could be crime. Could be dealing, they don't believe in the institution of marriage, divorce or separation. Could be crooked judge or leader, corruption, false contracts. You stood your ground. They're trying to block you. They're trying to block your finances, however you make your money, because depending on where Jupiter is in your chart, and please don't tell anybody about your chart. Don't give them that information, because there's a lot of jealous people out there, people that claim they love you and they want to block whatever you're attracting, okay? You stood your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. They're being blocked. They're trying to block your finances. Their finances are being blocked. There you go. You're no longer suffering in silence. You see a new day here. The sun is rising. And what's the sun? That's Ra, God, the one and only source, right? Congratulations. You made it to the top of this mountain. You overcame these hardships. One step at a time. Yep, somebody's finding out. They fucked around, they're finding out. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They want a power and control. If this is a male, it's a distorted masculine trying to take over a divine's life. They have no divinity. It's all about their image and what money can buy and who's on their arm and what they look like in front of people. It's corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They have no power. They have no authority, spiritual or otherwise. It's a loss of power. It's a bully. It's a tyrant. They can't rest. They can't rejuvenate. It's calamity, 4/4. They're not an angel. They're not a divine being, okay? They're fearful. They're getting karma. That's why. It's backing up on them. There's no more celebrating here. They're parting ways with the group, cult, coven, secret society, or friend group. They spread egregious gossip. It's all falling back on them. They're trying to stall, take your destiny. Wow. Your crown chakra's lit and your throat chakra's lit, 7/5. You have a direct connection with source and you're speaking your truth. God will speak through his vessels. He works through his vessels. It is what it is. That's the truth. They can't move on. They didn't want you moving on. These are karmics that maybe you had some sort of relation with it, whether it's relationships, family, friend, or work. False contracts. They're karmic. They're reaping the consequences to their poor decisions here. It was all a one-sided deal. They wanted to sacrifice you. That's the truth. Now the world is upside down. It's coming back on them. This is unfinished business with the universe. They kept doing something over and over again, didn't want to learn a lesson. Now it's victory and success in reverse. Karmics. Karmics shall not rise, okay? Until they do the work, unless they do the work. And if you're relegated to being karmic for indefinitely, well, you're never going to rise, okay? Because of what you've done, or I can't speak for the divine. That's the other thing I want to say. Somebody in the comment section said something about the divine is said this or thinks that, please, please, please don't take it upon yourself to speak for him unless he asks you to, or think for him. That's never a good idea, okay? Just think of Moses. Think of other people in the Bible who went over that line. You know what I mean? Think they're doing the right thing, but they got carried away. Please don't do that. Yeah, material harvest in reverse. They're hiding and cloaking the fact they were trying to take your material harvest. Karmics trying to take your harvest. Deception and envy. Deception's been seen. They're not going anywhere. Bow. Recognition and reward. Congratulations, your divine feminine energy or masculine. Take it for whatever it is, but you are a creator. Your seed of creativity is safe, and you're free to keep creating, to keep being that vessel for the divine and speaking the truth. No more obstacles, no more challenges. Transformation could be an actual death. It could be something's ended. You are the phoenix rising. You have the power. And they're scared because prosperity is beginning. Congratulations. They were trying to hold you down, trying to prosper off of you, but your third eye chakra is wide open. This was a lot of magic, illusions, deception, manipulation, okay? They don't have what it takes to be you. It's the waiting game, right? Somebody tried to uproot you. They're going to be uprooted. Uproot a divine feminine energy. You know, divine. You're being protected by the angels. You're highly intuitive and very wise. You could be alone, but you're not alone. Okay? There's an investigation. People are finding out. They're losing their home, their stability, their relationships, whatever. Okay? Foundations and achievements, it's gone. No positive movement forward. It's gone. They are scared. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Okay? It is what it is. I could go on and on with this whole deck. It seems it's like it's lined up perfectly to tell the story here. But we'll move on. We'll go to another deck. What else do you want? Okay, they want this for some reason. I don't normally do these two together. Heartache and loss in reverse. 3, doppelganger. Somebody wanted to be you. I can't make that up. That fell right out. Wanted to be you, and they were having fun doing so. Showing off as if they were you. They could work in hospitality. Don't have to be, okay? They were just partying it up as you. Yeah, now there's a big change. There's a big change between you and them. You're of the light, they're not. There's some sort of communication coming in. Okay? Somebody wants to spar. Somebody's fighting with others. Because there's a big change here. Their lives are changing. As is. Explorer. They wanted to live life as you. As you. Exploring life. This is a lot of conflict they brought into this world here. I think the divine's driving this home for them. They wanted to be a wise guy. They could be affiliated with the organized crime, or a wise guy, a wise girl. They thought everything was funny. Or maybe you're driving it home for them in a hearty, laughing way, but they're getting the message. They're not you. They'll never be you. The divine's showing up. It's showing out. Too bad, so sad. So, what is this? Heartache and loss, 3 in reverse. Be you and hospitality. Maybe they want to come towards you and let's go out. Yeah, lots of groupies having fun surrounding this person, thinking they're you. Oh, I love this person so much. They're so creative. Oh, yes, it's so much fun around this person. Meanwhile, they don't realize that persona is not them. It's you. Somebody's lost their car. No car, repo, car issues, and or car accident, and or they can't move forward. This is somebody that wanted to hustle, right? Making it rain, focused on money and getting it. It's a big waste of time, though. Stuck, no changes limited. So this could be somebody stealing your creativity, your work, your ideas, your essence, your energy, made some money off of it, thought it was fun with their groups. And now people are losing their cars, their homes, their stability, everything. They don't know why. Oh, why me? Why me? Crying. They had a great time partying, though, right? Paying for the party. Why aren't you paying for the party now? Hey, bozo? Because you're not that person. Because you're getting some karma. It is what it is. Don't mock God. Heartache and loss, 3. Be you, hospitality, and groupie. There's the snake. Lie, poison, and fertility. Now, for some of you, this could be a family member. It could be an ex-partner. It could be somebody that wants something that is yours. It could be a large amount of money. It could be property. There could be something to do with they're trying to make it look like it could be a job. that you're not responsible, you don't care about life, you go out and party all the time, you're stupid, you make stupid mistakes, you hang around with the worst people ever, and somebody could have been trying to doppelgang you to make it look like that was you, your life, so they can take over your life. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, you stood firm. You're firmly planted, okay? 10 toes down. They can't move you. Wide awake, clean, and decisive. So if they said you had addictions, you had whatever, you're doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, no, you're clean. They could have said you were doing magic. You could do that, but whatever they were accusing you of is what they were doing, okay? Yep, you're very committed to what you do. This, obviously, somebody trying to be you is not committed to what you do, to your passions, okay? You took an oath. There could be an agreement here, a pledge, a promise, these groupies or something. Maybe they made them pledge or promise, but you definitely took an oath to be in service to God. There's change here. Transformation, newborn, and evolution. There's synchronization here, resonance, music, and emotion. Maybe they're trying to sink into your emotions. I don't know, your electronics or something. It's a cool down period. Calm, pause, and solidification. So something's solidifying the truth, I think. They got to let this go. Surrender, open up, and give up and release. They can't be you. Sorry, I'm just really tired of people like this. They want to be seen as all powerful and smart and funny and handsome or beautiful and rich and deserving. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit off the backs of others. More. This is heartache and loss in reverse. Be you, hospitality, groupies, and snake. Could be a bunch of groupies that are snakes as well. But the snake snake the groupies, or the groupies are going to snake the snake. Take it for whatever that is. They're all in a pile of shit right now. Their head above. They can't keep their head above it either. If it smells like shit, it is shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. False allegations and accusations. They wanted to attack you, or they did attack you. They're feeling really overwhelmed and defeated. They wanted you fighting with them, or they're fighting with, maybe they're fighting with their crowd. I don't know. They have no protection, no defense for what they've done. They can't stop you. They can't block you. They want to be unblocked, maybe. The mob's turned on them. If this is an actual group of people, they've turned on them. Or other people are turning on this mob. Or they're involved in organized crime. Take it for whatever it is. Or they tried to turn a bunch of people on you. Yeah, this is a lying sack of shit. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You can move the genders around, the roles around as you need to. Just use your higher wisdom and discernment. This is a narcissist. Somebody with no character, no personality. That's why they're so eager to take on other people's, right? This is somebody that's very abusive. They have no authority, spiritual or otherwise. They lie, they lie, they lie. They can convolute everything. They love strife. They love drama. This is somebody that's dangerous potentially as well, so be careful. Not very bright, okay? They're not very smart. They have no wisdom, no experiential wisdom. Whatever experience they have is taking others' lives, others' personas. So they have no wisdom. Wisdom is experience, okay? Yep. They took advantage of this group or a situation. They're ungrateful, and they're very, I don't know, I just heard disturbing, but disrespectful. People are seeing your value and your worth. You know your value and your worth. They don't like people ignoring them. Maybe you ignored them at one time. They don't want to be ignored anymore. I don't know. Something stupid. Ignore their lies. I don't know. There's a third party, a contract, or a decision that's been done here. They're looking. They lied about being a higher level soulmate, or looking for a higher level soulmate. They're mad because you're going towards a higher level soulmate potentially. This could be a contract, but you used your higher wisdom and you've elevated and you ascended. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. Congratulations. If it was a relationship in the past and they mistreated you, they broke your heart, whatever, it was a blessing in disguise. It showed you what, who you don't need in your life. It showed you to love yourself first. But they were definitely had a third party going around talking shit about you, maybe. Oh, well. This is a scam artist. So you avoided, dodged a bullet here because they are nothing but a scam artist. They were doing spell work. Very false face, insincere, love bomber. They love bomb everybody. Meanwhile, they're talking shit about everybody. You can't trust this person, okay? They didn't want you having love, friendship, and or support. It was just too bad. A lot of people are involved. A lot of illusions here. You've been paying people to do stuff. There's bribery, temptation, and or blackmail. They're trying to cover something up. Their duplicity. Hopeful, wishful thinking. They don't know what to do. They didn't want you having support. They didn't want you having options in life. People are looking at this and going, what the fuck? They had us all under an illusion. Definitely. But people were picking the lowest hanging fruit. They didn't want to do the work, right? Oh, that's just readily available. Let me take that. Meanwhile, the golden chalice is right here. They just didn't see it. Didn't want to look for it. It's just, hand it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, they wanted to sacrifice you. Maybe a myriad of times they tried, or maybe they did this myriad of people. They're stuck feeling trapped now. Don't want to let go. Don't want to see things from a different perspective. They're trying to keep people in the dark yet again. They wanted to sink you. Or if they're doing anything with this organized crime, they might be wearing some cement shoes. I don't know. It's a cover-up of sorts. There's no illumination here. It's a big waste of time. They're trying to stall something. It's a puppet master. There we go. Left you hanging, or these people are going to be left hanging here. They want somebody to, they maybe had somebody pulling strings for them, or promised to pull strings for them. They're trying to puppeteer a new beginning. Ace of Wands beneath that. Puppeteer getting into bed with people. I don't know. Puppeteer that they have creativity. This devil energy being puppeteered by the devil. There we go. Stinky's behind it. So he's toxic and karmic. Maybe they're trying to make it look like you have addictions, codependency issues, and obsessions, or this person definitely does. They're bound to the devil. They're trying to bind you to the devil or a contract. Yep, people are finding this out. They wanted you completely alone. Devil energy. There's an investigation. People are finding out. They can't get away from this. They can't move on. They can't escape. They can't come near you. If they want to come back and meet in calm waters, they certainly can. If they tried to say you're, I don't know, maybe they were trying to take you out. People are finding out they can't take you out. This is an attack of some sort. They can't escape it. They were gaslighting. That's a gas mask. Trying to attack you. They were really gunning for you. They don't want this coming out into the open. They have no spiritual... So people are attacking you when they have no spiritual protection. Or their protections were stripped from them. They're feeling ashamed of themselves here. Because you are wish fulfillment. You're coming into your wish fulfillment. They're in their south node. Somebody's a glutton. Trying to impersonate you. Their wish fulfillment was to be you. To impersonate you. It's a big fraud here. It could be forgery involved. It doesn't have to be. It's definitely a poser and a player. Somebody's very combative and argumentative. Always angry. Shit talking. Angry. Telling everybody they have every right to be this angry. But if you're a vessel for God, no. I mean, you can be angry, but not 24/7. You know what I'm saying? This is fraud. Unequally yoked. They can't pay up. These people thought this was wish fulfillment. They were making money coming after you, doing whatever they were doing, trying to hold you back, trying to hurt your money, but now their money's getting hurt. Yeah, online. They were stealing money from you online. There we go. Ending a cycle to begin a new one because they lost their car. The car got repoed. And maybe people are talking about it online, how, well, Mr. or Miss Big Bucks here didn't pay me this month for coming after this person. I'm losing my money. They lost their car. It's all magician, conscious awareness. Somebody's taking action here. You're co-creating with the divine. They wanted to stop your manifestations. It was all a big hoax, right? It was all theater. See, the film crew in the back. Shell game. You're taking action against these people. They want to stop you from taking action, or stop your manifestations, or stop your connection with source. You alchemize and you transmute. They are scared. There's a lot of lies and illusions here. They are scared. They were doing stuff in the dark here. I was picking this up yesterday. Somebody's in their bed crying, why me, why me? They could be sick. They could have been placing some sort of lazy spell on you, sloth spell or something like that. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you taking action. You know, somebody want power and control over you. Emperor in reverse. This is distorted masculine or feminine, but this is somebody that plays secretly playing for the audience here. It's all about their image, right? It's a bully. It's a martyr. Oh my God. This is somebody that's in their ego and in their pride. They're power hungry and controlling something online. They're spying on you. They've been watched. They're watching. Somebody's being watched. They could be under surveillance. It could be an investigation. This is, people don't want to hear it. This person's a distorted masculine. Somebody's getting ready to pounce on another with the truth. There we go. That could be the whistleblower. Somebody standing up for you. There you go. You stood your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. This is delayed communication from afar. They're blocked. They're trying to block you online. Block your communication. Block you from moving forward. This is typically good news, though. Yeah, they're trying to block you. They're being blocked. If they're trying to block you, they're being blocked. There is a message coming towards you, by the way. They did target you. Okay? Lots of people. You had the advantage, though. You saw it for what it was. And you are always shielded and protected, by the way. The divine's protecting your goals here. This is good news for you. You avoided catastrophe. They're trying to avoid a tower moment here. This is ruin. They tried to ruin you. They got caught. They have to come clean here. Seven of Swords in reverse. They're not getting away with whatever this is. They could have really bore false witness or perjured themselves on the stand or on official paperwork. Maybe trying to take on your persona, your name, your SIN number. You know what I'm saying, right? Trying to impersonate you. Eight of Cups. Now they're going to have to walk away. Or you, after you walked away, this is what they did. Or they're trying to, they think they're going to walk away from this. They're not going to walk away. They're walking away from this warlock, courts, crooked judge or leader, this corruption yet again, false contracts, false marriage, divorce or separation. So they could be with somebody that was trying to be you. They think they're going to walk away and come back into a higher level soulmate connection, or that was it's a third party. So they walked away from you and went into a relationship or a marriage or a business or something, stability with a third party. Now they want your help. Yeah, poor judgment. No second chances. Or they think they're going to come back to you. Oh, that's my higher level soulmate. No. Yeah, poor judgment. Judgment's gone against them. It has something to do with family, a large amount of money, long-term stability in relationships, or your ancestors are backing you up. It's an ending of a cycle. Harsh judgment. If it's a court case, or if it will be a court case, the judgment's going to go against them. There's no saving grace, no Hail Mary here. They don't want to take accountability for this money that they stole from you. Yeah, they're being exposed, publicly humiliated. It is what it is. They're going to strike the record, I just heard. Wow. They scapegoated you. This is the end of a family or a group, or this is a home wrecker you were dealing with. Yeah. The whole family could have addictions. They said that you were crazy and you had addictions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. There's no reconciling, no conflict resolution. They have no peace or harmony. Somebody was very impatient. They stole some money. They couldn't wait. I'm going to lose my car. So I'm going to steal some money. They wanted you to miss opportunities. They're in debt. They can't fix this. They can't balance this out. This was unfair. Blocked. They don't know what to do now. Indecisive. They think you didn't know what they were doing. Yeah, you did. Okay? You were 10 steps ahead at all times. They didn't see that coming. They're acting like a martyr now, like a victim. They don't see what's coming. They're blocked from an investment. They wanted to block people from investing in you. There's proof and evidence. They don't see that you have the proof and evidence. You planted these seeds. You watered these seeds. You nourished them. They underestimated you. They're watching and waiting. They think you don't know, right? They're going to have to let something go, release something to you. Somebody's unstable and insecure. They have no protection. Or they didn't think you had protection. Somebody's very miserly. The truth and clarity. Somebody's releasing the truth. It's a breakthrough. They wanted you cut out. They were trying to fuck around with your crown chakra. You speak the truth. They can't stop you from speaking the truth. They're trying to block you, or they're blocked. No second chances here, I just heard. No contingency plan. There could be a sudden departure or a sudden arrival, whether it's for you or them. They're afraid to make a decision now. They are really afraid to make a decision. They want to talk to you because they're afraid to make a decision, too. Weighing options here. What's the lesser of the evils, right? They were playing games, or they're still playing games. They owe people. They were juggling people. They wanted you to be an option, maybe, if this is a relationship. Or maybe you refuse to be an option and they have other options. I don't know. Somebody's protesting here. Intercepted your money or your mail. They can't come correct. There's just somebody that's unfaithful. You can't trust them. They're immature and really irresponsible and lazy. They can no longer slow you down. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. Damn. So somebody had a grudge against you because they hurt you. They wanted to be you. It's embarrassing. There's going to be some embarrassing communication coming through. You are the originator of this creations or these ideas or this inspiration. This is good news for you. Somebody's assessed the situation. You merit whatever this is, okay? You ascended one step at a time, one hand at a time. You did it the right way. You're not taking much with you. You don't have good memories where you were. They wanted you. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're having an emotional outburst. You're mature, insincere, and childish. You're done with childish people. Yep. You're speaking the truth, or somebody's going to speak the truth to you. You set boundaries, you cut them out. It is what it is. You're not holding back. This is a false leader of sorts, male or female. Could be a warlock. Definitely a poser. You're cutting them right down. You're cutting them right at the quick here. Nobody wants to hear them anymore. This is somebody that does not take the noble approach. They're in their ego, in their pride. They're very arrogant, a show-off. They're a coward down deep inside. They don't protect or defend anyone, okay? They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They are a leader, not they are a follower, not a leader. It's all ego, okay? Like I said, wanting power and control. They're in their lust. Truth and clarity, they're being exposed. So somebody's been forced or feels like they're forced to expose them. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Party's over. 3 of Cups. They were spreading egregious gossip about you. They're partying with their group, their cult, coven, secret society. So this is financial ruin, spiritual jail. They didn't see this one coming. Wow. They didn't think this one through. Their future's bleak. No more future. The numbers aren't rising. They didn't want you moving on, getting over them if it's a relationship. They don't know how they're going to move forward from here. They got a lot of burdens on their backs. They have to take responsibility for the shit talking, for the magic, for the unwise counsel. It is what it is. Now secrets are coming out. They were greedy, materialistic, selfish, a show-off. It was all about their image, money motivated, and a bully. Jealous and lazy. And now they're feeling sorry for themselves. Rejected and abandoned. They're a reckless fool. Reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. There's no new beginnings. They didn't want you having a new beginning. They thought you were naive and gullible, but you, male or female, remained emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet with your heart chakra open and used your intuition, your connection with Source. You're very balanced. You have the biggest cup of love, especially self-love. You're being crowned right now, okay? You put your past hurts behind you. You're unafraid. You know where you're going in life. It is what it is. They're going through a dark night of the soul because you're still standing. You're still powerful. You're unafraid. Your creations are intact. You're still creating. You're a leader. And you're divinely protected, male or female. And you're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. And they're getting karma. Or the one that wanted to be you, got rich off you, or lived a life off of you is getting karma. Yeah, they're getting karma because they're not the Empress. Or you're now free to say you're an Empress. I don't know. They wanted a life of luxury off of you. Now they're sick. They're scared. This is a scandal. They can't eat or sleep. Something about work. They partnered up with other people to work against you. You're getting justice now. Okay? And they're left out in the cold. They're not sorry, though. Okay? It is what it is. Or you could have lost a child or somebody that was younger in your life. They're going to jail. They could be spiritual jail. They were trying to restrict you. They're being restricted. They're trapped. They're stuck. This is self-imposed. Somebody got injured. They wanted you gone. Now they want forgiveness. Maybe you overcame, persevered a lot. They're going to jail. That's a jail guard. It's a CO. You're taking action. You have the creativity. You have authority. They're panicked. They're trying to stop your new beginnings. This is malicious and cruel. They bore false witness against you, stole money. They're in debt. They're in their emotions. This was unrequited love. If it was a relationship, if it's family, you have no good memories, you're not going back there. A lot of trauma was born here. Somebody lost a child. This is a permanent, profound ending or loss for them. They kept doing it over and over again. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They didn't want to stop. Somebody's refusing to change. They don't want you rising, or they're not going to rise because they are not you. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not being supported by the divine. Maybe by old Stinky, but, you know, old Stinky can't create. Okay, you know that story where he said he could be like God, he could rise above God, he could do what God does, but the only thing he can't do is get his own dirt, make the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's just imitation. And God said, go right ahead, prove it to me, but get your own dirt first. The devil can't create, he destroys. Only God can create. And only those that are of God will be creating, okay? These people still, they can't create it. I'm not going to say it again. So anyways, heartache and losses in reverse, 3. They weren't heartbroken over doing this to you. This is a doppelganger wanting to be you, wanting power and control. They were greedy and selfish and jealous. You have a lot of spiritual strength behind you. There's an investigation, or people are finding out just how strong you are. And you're alone. Not really, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, they were all partying, having a great time here, being you. It was all fun and games, right? Yeah, now there's change. Things are changing, and quickly. Now they want to communicate, or there's change in communication with their crowd or their groupies, okay? People are losing, their groupies are losing their cars, or this person's losing their car. They're losing everything. They're finding out this person's a snake, or everybody's finding out this person's a snake. You're standing firm. Your cutoff game is really good. You're standing 10 toes down. You're still stable. You're not losing anything. You're rising, wide awake, clean, and decisive. You made a good, clean, decisive decision to, or maybe this crowd is, cut this person out. And somebody's telling on them. There's a whistleblower in this. So congratulations. I know it's all over the place. It's just the energy. It's wrapping up for a few. It's not for everybody, though, okay? So it could be past, present, future. You should be already aware of what this is. If you're not, then chances are it's not your story. Please don't take on this story if it's not yours. Why cause more strife in your life, right? Until you know more. You know, that's the mark of an intelligent mind, is you're able to hear things but not absorb it. But you keep it in mind. Do you understand? Even if you don't agree with a person, you're going to hear them out. You might not agree with them, but you're not going to sit there and argue. It's a moot point. You're not going to change somebody's mind if they don't want to be, if they're dead set on, you know, whatever they were saying or believing in, right? Thank you, Spirit. So 2, Taurus, tandem bicycle, synchronized alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, simpatico, aligned, hookup, cooperation, harmony, help, join, consensus, 2 of a kind. So you might be coming into a higher level soulmate connection, or this person's going around, maybe they got a bunch of people on standby, thinking this person's their divine being, and they're not. They're just a karmic, a distorted person, and trying to make other people believe, yeah, you're my person, so work with me to go up against this other person, stealing your creativity, your money, your essence, your energy, your life. But you might be coming into a higher level soulmate. They partnered up with other people. Now they want to work with you. They're extending an olive branch here. 2-2, you're on path. And now they know you're on path. They can't knock you off your square. You're in your north node. No one can stop you. And that's a fact. Now they want to make peace because, oh, the karma's just hidden and the backfires are just hidden, right? Truth, surrender, giving in, come to terms, suspend. Someone's being suspended. Lull, de-escalate, make amends, peace offering, winding down. Halt, reprieve, ceasefire, treaty, agree to disagree. Aries 5:25. Yeah, they were taking pot shots at you. But remember, that reminds me of Samson and, not Samson, but David and Goliath. David was by himself against Goliath. He took him down with one rock, one slingshot. 5. So this is change. Slingshot, tension, strain, sudden anxiety, pressure, launch, stressed, pull, set in motion, focus, begin, force, change, pulled in opposite directions, ready, aim, and fire. You know, they were taking pot shots at you. All you need to do is hit it back once. That's all you need to do. So we have Taurus yet again, Leo, Scorpio again, and Aquarius. These are fixed signs. Somebody's very stubborn. They want what they want when they want it. Very childish. You could be dealing with a child. I don't know. Fixed, stubborn, inner child, do what you love, exploration, boundless energy, time to play, demanding attention. So somebody wants that attention. Tireless, love to learn, imagination, delights in simple things. So that could be you. And just being you, you do demand attention. You do command it in a way. I'm not saying in a hoity-toity way. But people pay attention to you. Not because you're looking for it. It's just your glow, your light. 9. If you have a yes or no question, 9. Unlikely. At this time, the situation or outcome is unlikely to occur. So if they're thinking they're going to make peace with you, you know, reconcile with you, make a deal with you, whatever this is, it's unlikely. 7. Sagittarius. 9. 97. White rabbit. Somebody went down that rabbit hole. Spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening. So somebody's having a spiritual awakening and they're going to be standing next to you. They're going to be whistleblowing. It's time. Heeding the call. Research it. Inner knowing. Dark to light. So somebody's going from the dark to the light. Good. Going down the rabbit hole. Waking from the dream. 4. Libra. 74. Yoga. So just stay calm. Do what you need to do. Somebody's in deep contemplation. Deep breath. Centered. Go within. Steady. Balance. Relax. Take a break. Inner child healing. We all have to do that, okay? Nobody's immune. Take a break, inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balance chakras. Now, if you're with somebody that cannot be by themselves, that's telling. If they need outside validation constantly, continuously, can't be alone, so they can't think about what they've done, said, you know what I mean? No conscience, in other words. That's telling. Balance chakras, reflection, wellness, and rest. Another Libra, 49. Okay, chocolate, satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, elevated mood. So this is what people wanted out of the deal or got out of the deal for a while. Temporary. It's being stripped from them. This is what you're going to. Because you know, these are the rewards for your good works. Scorpio, 8 again, 98. Empty nest, moving on, no one home. The lights are on, but no one's home, you know what I'm saying? Cycle completion, emptiness, final, endings, beginnings. So this is ending a cycle to begin a new one, your destined cycle. The void, vacant, separation, making adjustments, lonely, new life, graduating. You have graduated. They wanted you lonely. You're going into your new life instead. Now, these people need to make adjustments. We got that yesterday, right? 9 again, 89, Virgo. Fishing pole. They went fishing. Oh, yeah, they were fishing all right. They got baited and they got stuck and they're now on the hook, okay? Self-reliance, they're trying to bait you. Extend oneself, autonomy, mentoring others, poetry in motion, exploration, providing, connect with nature, accomplishment, reflection, self-improvement, and quite capable. Yeah, so this is the crew they got involved. Sagittarius 3, 93. In sync, esprit de corps, working together as a unit, team, leadership, co-create, pooling assets, camaraderie, gung-ho, they were going for you. Forming alliances, partnership, and a team effort. Yeah, and this person's acting like a baby. Could have a baby involved. Cardinal, new beginnings. You're birthing something new, rapid growth, fresh start, unlimited potential. Innocent, you are innocent. Continuing the legacy. Needy, somebody's very needy. Warmth, purity, new face, birth of a child, and vulnerable. And it's a labyrinth. They don't know how to get out of it. It is what it is. We can go on and on and on. But I don't think so. I think we're just going to get a couple of these. Okay, they said the angels. End it with the angels. We'll get a couple of the angels on it to see what they have to say. Oh, it was so much fun coming after you. Esprit de corps. We were one. We were a unit. Wasn't it fun? We were making money. People were paying attention to us. Could be a bunch of losers. I hate to say it. You know, had nothing going for them. They're too lazy to do their own work. But they're not too lazy to take your work, right? To say they're you. Imagine all this effort, all this money, this time, this energy to be you, to sink you, to take what's yours. If they could have used this for the better, to better themselves, where they'd be today. If they had healed. It's sad, really. And we have Melahel. 4 cups. They're feeling sorry for themselves here. Higher powers involved. 23. It's a 5. The God deflecting evil. I'm telling you, he's around all week. Healing capacity, protection from weapons, and safety in travel. Congratulations. 5 of Pentacles. They're going towards lock and loss, going towards poverty, spiritual poverty. It's a big ding to their confidence here. On the outside looking in. Akaea. 7. This is universally driven. This is victory for you. You overcame. The forbearing God. Something to do with a car. They're moping over their car. Praying to God to give them some money for a car instead of praying to God to help heal them. Patience. This is the forbearing God. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. Okay. Take that for whatever it is. Multiple people are involved, multiple options. This is all illusions. Their time is up. Paying people, bribing them. They could be getting blackmailed for what they did. Asalia 47. This is justice. God, the just judge. The one and only. You could be on a platform. You don't have to. Their time, if they have a platform, their time is up. It's running out. Contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. There we go. Somebody's telling. It's very telling. Yeah, you could. This could be tarot, divination. Doesn't have to be. This is gathering some information, putting the work in, doing that extra, going that extra mile to confirm things. Maybe this could be a younger person as well. This is good financial news. You started something new and it's paying off. Okay, it is. Congratulations. God's sung above all. 13. It's over. They wanted you gone, or this is over for them. You are the phoenix rising. You took a practical approach, and it's working. Or somebody's going to have to pay you. Or they're finding out they have to pay a lot of people. Time is up. Loyalty and allegiance. Friendship and reconciliation. Somebody wants to reconcile. They're finding out the truth here. 4 swords. Hell. They're facing hell. Higher powers involved, okay? Might be dealing with institutions or a platform. The God of Trinity. Mission protects against slander and impious people. You're healed. You're at peace. You sleep nicely at night. 4 swords, okay? They're contemplating, they're strategizing. They need to put something to rest with you because the karma, the backfires, what they've unleashed is just too much for them. They can't handle it. And you're bored maybe. Oh, when's this going to happen, Father? You know what I mean? I don't like to complain to Father too much. Sometimes I've been impatient. I think, when am I going to see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel here? Just relax. Rely on me. He's got it. They're walking away here. They're facing the unknown. 67:13, yet again. Iael, God, the pleasure of man's children. We're all his children. They better smarten up. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. And they're getting the tower. That's their consolation. It's a redirect. Okay, this was all false. Uriel's in town, too. I'm telling you. Uriel, the fire of God. He got his orders and he's executing. Right? Disruption, warns of disasters, aids in transformation. And here's Michael as well. They're always side by side sometimes. Well, not sometimes, but a lot of times you'll see both of them together. The chariot, Michael, who is like God, overcoming adversities, universally driven, victory. Moving forward. Okay, tower with their car. That's what brought it all about. Come on. It's materialism. I want a Range Rover. I want a Lambo. But I don't want to make the money. I want other people to give it to me. Who is like God? Perseverance, success in conflict, and overcoming adversity. And here's God, your source, the sun, exposed. Illumination, trust, faith. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. 64 is 10, destiny. The vivifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. And here's the truth, Archangel Michael's sword. Boom. New beginnings, Umabel. 61:7 is the chariot yet again. God above all names elevated. There's only one God. Affinity and friendship. Obtain the friendship of anyone. They're heartbroken. The truth is out. 3 swords. Rehael. 39. They tried to sacrifice you. They're stuck. It's a big waste of time. The quickly forgiving God. Let it go and let it God. You surrendered it to God. They're acting like a martyr now. Love and submission. Cures illness. Influences paternal love. And gives long life. So they're maybe trying to make barter with God right now. God, help me, save me, give me. And I will do this. I promise. But they've never held true to their promises in the past. Their actions belie all of their words. That's all I got to say. Maybe this is a turning point. There's somebody in the equation that's going from the dark to the light, so congratulations for them. Okay, I can't tell them what's going to happen. That's between them and God. But congratulations for saving yourself, being that smart, knowing that forever, eternity, is a long damn time to be spending, well, or to being erased, or whatever the outcome will be. I don't know. But being far from God, His love, His grace, His light, it's excruciating. It's silent, it's dark, it's cold, and you're never fulfilled, and you're always hurting. I wouldn't want to live eternity like that. And then to be erased from God's presence, I wouldn't want that. And that's what God, He doesn't want that for His children either. That's why that, in the Bible it says, out of 100 flock of sheep, the 99 are okay. He'll go after that one that's lost, the lost sheep. Okay, He'll bring out the heavies. He'll do what He has to do to bring that sheep back home to Him. We're all His children. Whether you believe it or not, we are all His children. And we have to learn how to get along and stop this nonsense. It is what it is. Congratulations. I love you, and until next time, take care.